Cynthia Gauthier returns to Anaheim, where she claimed her first ever freestyle win 1 year ago. Is this the track and city that will award her an overall event championship? Morgan Kane is coming off back-to-back event wins, but can he make it 3 in a row for Team Gravedigger? Or is this the week that Ryan Anderson and Neil Elliott can finally shake off mechanical issues that have been plaguing them both this season? 14 of the best drivers are here as the battle for the event championship begins now. And in the semifinal round, Ryan would take on Neil Elliott, of course, driving Max D, and Ryan kept his foot to the floor and the victory. Two veterans in the sport, and Ryan Anderson dominated this matchup, heading to the Monster Energy Racing Finals. And in the finals, it wouldn't be any easier as he squared off against his childhood best friend, Morgan Kane, in Gravedigger. And nothing would be easy for Ryan Anderson in this round. The battle was hard fought and a crowd pleaser, but at the end of the racing competition, it was Ryan Anderson and Son-uva Digger getting his third racing win of 2020. And a spectacular save there for Gravedigger, but it didn't matter. The first 14 points of the night, Bari, went to Ryan Anderson and Son-uva Digger.
Yeah, that's got to feel good for Ryan to be able to get that racing win. He's kind of struggled this season, so that'll give him momentum to hopefully put together a great night.
And Megalodon tried to come for Max D's nose wheelie to moonwalk crown. Corey Rummel getting it done. The precision and skill for this incredible athlete.
That's some fast shifting of this transmission right there.
Another competitor whose bicycle had a wow factor finish was Son-uva Digger. Ryan Anderson makes this look so easy. Let's take a look now at the original super glue glued to the action replay. Bari, talk us through this move.
It's just amazing that he's got the presence of mind to still stay in the throttle so close to the wall protection there to bring Son-uva Digger back on all 4 tires.
Even with that save, it was not enough as Neil Elliott and Max D continued his domination this season in the Great Clip Skills Challenge with this nose wheelie into a moonwalk. It's his third Skills Challenge win for Neil in 4 events, one of the best in the business at this competition.
For sure. He made it look so easy, and that move is one of the toughest things you can do in a Monster Jam truck.
With the win comes the 14 points toward tonight's overall event championship. Ryan Anderson's bicycle was rewarded by the fans with a second-place finish and the 13 points that comes with it. But Bari, if a move like that can't beat Neil Elliott, do you think anything can?
I don't know, man, but the good thing is the fans voted on judgeszone.com. They gave Neil that win. He earned it. He deserved it. But Ryan's still there in second place.
Cynthia Gauthier put her name in the record books at World Finals last year, becoming the first ever World Finals high jump champion. And then she added on to her legacy at the All-Star Challenge as well with that viral moment, that one jump move that put her at the top of the leaderboard briefly. Everybody talked about that, but she is not afraid to take those risks. She's not afraid to make those jumps. She's not afraid to take that one move that might either win her the competition or lose her the competition.
Yeah, Cynthia has proven that one wow factor can give you a humongous score. So she's got a little bit of pressure here. The fans here in Anaheim know their Monster Jam, and they know that she won last year. So she's got a little pressure to back that up, but she's up for the challenge.
Monster Mutt Dalmatian now across the track. Some good jumps so far. Building momentum right now is what Cynthia Gauthier is trying to do. Whips Monster Mutt Dalmatian back around. She's heading back to that same pad again. Ooh. There's a sky wheelie. There's that high jump skill from Cynthia Gauthier. That throttle push at the right moment gets her that big elevated jump.
Yes, and she even tapped the brakes to try and bring the front end of that truck back down, and it just worked out. She was able to combo it up, and now she's back down the other side of the track. She's got a lot of momentum she's carrying through this run, though, so it looks good so far.
And she's not hitting the brakes, going around that turn, coming it back around. Monster Mutt Dalmatian now just flying over these obstacles, gets across the ramp as well. Now she has to back it up. Ran out of room. That happens, so now when you lose that momentum, you got to get it back quick as you start running out of time. Clearing the crush cars goes Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
And as I look closely, I can tell that the rear steer is not working out for her. It keeps turning that one direction, and it's not direction that it needs to be because she's on the outside of the track here. So she's got herself in a little bit of
she is trying to line up right now, Bari, for the backflip. Here goes Cynthia Gauthier, skies it and lands it almost and trying to save it. Off the side of the backflip ramp, just ran out of room. But what a great backflip for her. Even if she didn't land it, look at the score. Anaheim loves Cynthia Gauthier.
Wow, what a great wow factor to end her freestyle into first place she gained.
That run will be enough for Cynthia Gauthier to dethrone Brodozer's Heavy D from first place as we take a look at the BKT Top 5 Freestyle leaderboard. While the competition is fierce here in Monster Jam, so is the admiration between drivers, and a fan favorite for sure is the man piloting the black and green wrecking machine, Morgan Kane in Gravedigger.
And Morgan is one of those guys that's just good at anything he does. I mean, he's a former soccer star in college, and now he's behind the wheel of the world-famous Gravedigger, and he's going to bring it just like every other team Gravedigger driver does. He's up to the challenge at any given moment.
Soccer star at Campbell University, now a World Finals racing champion, went all the way to the finals and won in 2016. Best friends with Ryan Anderson and Son-uva Digger, and he has that Gravedigger mentality like Adam Anderson, like Ryan Anderson, where he's going to run the truck into the ground. When the light goes red, that doesn't mean necessarily that Morgan Kane is done.
No, I mean, he can give you every aspect of freestyle that you want. He can give you technical, he can give you carnage, he can give you big air just like we just saw in that last jump. He's got it drifting, he's got it going on right now. Man, I can't wait to see how this ends up. So far, really good.
Morgan Kane's coming off back-to-back event championship wins at the Dome at America's Center in St. Louis. He won freestyle there on Saturday night, trying to get another one here. 3 event wins in a row would really cement his 2020 as an incredible season, maybe the best in Monster Jam.
And as you can see, a donut he gets put into his freestyle. That's something you don't really see very often, right into another move. So he's just moving around effortlessly. Move to move is very seamless. Morgan's got it going on tonight here in Anaheim for sure.
And I made no secret, Anaheim, Angel Stadium, one of my favorite baseball stadiums in Monster Jam. As we see Morgan Kane now having some difficulty here in Gravedigger, but the complications these trucks have and these drivers and crew chiefs have is there is no pit area here. It's all the way out in the parking lot, so a lot of time has to go into this. Morgan Kane not done. Gravedigger with some nice air.
Right, and usually that'll disrupt your momentum, but it looks like Morgan is still okay. Doesn't look like he was affected by that shutdown.
And he is going to try to line up the backflip. He skies it, corkscrewing it off the backflip, landing on the left side. So a successful backflip for Gravedigger. That could be the exclamation point on the freestyle run of the night, and he is going to stop. But what a run for Morgan Kane and Gravedigger.
Oh, man, that was great. Oh, second place, just narrowly missing the top spot there.
And here is 2-time World Finals champion Ryan Anderson in Son-uva Digger.
Now, I call Ryan Anderson the blueprint. I mean, he was born and bred to drive a Monster Jam truck. His father, Dennis Anderson, of course, the icon, and he takes right after his dad. It's just amazing what they're capable of doing behind the wheel of these Monster Jam trucks.
Coming off a freestyle win Sunday in St. Louis, trying to make it 2 in a row here. Ryan Anderson, one of the best of all time. I'd have to say he's developed his own legacy, especially when it comes to freestyle. He does have a Racing World Finals championship as well, but in freestyle, when you talk about the best names in the business, Ryan Anderson has to be right there at the top of the list.
Absolutely. I mean, he really cleaned our clock when it came to the All-Star Challenge in Vegas earlier, so it's definitely something that he prides himself on, is taking control of what he has to offer, and that's a great freestyle performance on the track here in Anaheim.
Son-uva Digger now elevating over the freestyle pad, spinning it back around past Max D. So Neil Elliott watching and waiting, still with a chance to win this thing as well. Ryan Anderson, some big air, clearing the entire pad. We don't get to see that a lot, but we see it a lot from Son-uva Digger. He gets that extra elevation, that extra length to his jumps. He knows exactly when to hit the throttle, when to hit the brake. He is a textbook of Monster Jam driving.
He drives just with so much confidence, maybe more confidence than anybody I know, and just to be able to put that truck exactly where he wants to put it at any given moment.
And he is putting it right here on the backflip ramp, Barry. He skies it, perfect landing, gets a little bit of a reverse nose wheelie backing it up. So what a run there by Ryan Anderson, but he's not going to fill the clock. Doesn't necessarily matter. He gets what he needs, so not able to take the lead from Cynthia Gauthier, but a 100th of a point was the difference there, and with that, he has bumped Morgan out of contention for tonight's championship, and the pressure is all on Neil Elliott in Max D, and he's got to unleash his monstrous beast and must beat Ryan's second-place finish to now win the overall event championship.
Oh, the pressure is on, and Neil Elliott lives for these moments. If there's anybody that is up to the challenge, it's definitely Neil Elliott behind the wheel of Max D. He's another one of these drivers that just makes it look effortless behind the wheel.
Neil Elliott looking for his first freestyle win of the 2020 season. A lot in front of him right now as the pressure is on his shoulders. He doesn't feel it. He and Ryan have a great rivalry, but of course Cynthia Gauthier is right there as well. Neil Elliott looking to get it done here tonight at Anaheim. Swinging it back around, here comes Max D, the most decorated truck in World Finals history. Neil Elliott, one of the most accomplished drivers, Barry, to never win a World Championship, and he tries to make the save and he nails it.
Yes, and that's the thing, a save right there that can bring the crowd alive, and you've got them in the palm of your hand at that moment, so now he's just got to ride on and capitalize off that and see what he can build from there.
And you got to believe his time for a world championship has to be coming. Each and every year, he is so close, so close, and so close. So at some point, I think Neil Elliott will be a world champion. But the question is tonight, can he be the overall event champion? Some big air, Sky and Max D across this track in Anaheim, California.
He's putting it together, though. He's got all the ingredients that form a great freestyle. At some point, you've got to think he's got to go for that Monster Energy backflip to be able to compete with everybody that's done it so far.
You know, the second's ticking away on the clock. You need that wow moment here for Neil Elliott and Max D in order to be able to win this competition. He doesn't need to finish first in freestyle, but he does need to knock Ryan Anderson and Son-uva Digger down as we see another great jump from Max D. So now you talk about that wow moment, and he is heading now to the other side of the track, and he is going to line up for the backflip ram. So slowing it down, got to get the angle right. Here goes Neil Elliott and Max D, Sky, and he gets sideways, landing on the right side, but he gets the backflip. Now you have to make that wow moment. Here comes the jump, and Sky wheelie again for Neil Elliott.
Awesome, but as you can see, that backflip must have caused the Heim joint to break on the upper forelink bar in the rear, and that's causing that rear end to shift around back and forth. Oh no.
And the flames have engulfed Max D. Neil Elliott, of course, okay, as he's getting out of the truck. And Barry, there you see the score, 9.258. Not enough to dethrone Cynthia Gauthier, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. She will win freestyle. It is enough to win Neil Elliott and Max D the event championship. As we take a look at the original Super Glue Glued to the Action replay, why did Max D catch on fire?
I think with that rear end housing shifting around, it might have pulled a hydraulic line apart, and that hydraulic fluid dripped on that hot brake rotor and it just ignited.
Congratulations, Cynthia, on another big freestyle win here at Anaheim. Now, Neil Elliott's second place finish in freestyle allowed him to tie Ryan Anderson with 39 overall event points. But Barry, as we have learned all too well this year, the tiebreaker does go to the driver with the higher freestyle finish.
I mean, tonight was so action-packed. If we can go through all that Monster Jam and still end up with two drivers with tied scores, I think the fans are the real winners too.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.